button.
I button.
I got to roll a performance
recording.
check to press the button.
Hi, recording.
Recording. I would like to go get my immovable rod back and free the animated armor from its Michael Jackson routine.
Oh yeah, because it is just walking up. Let me go back. No, it's just walking there. It's a little dented actually now at this point.
That'll buff out.
Let's see. They're all.
Oh.
Are you all in the GM layer? Go. Not that layer.
Oh,
Go
God.
away. You don't belong here. None of you belong here. Get out. You're dead.
I wonder if it made no attempt to move the rod because it just didn't have the artificial intelligence to do so, or whether it understood that it was an immovable
It does
rod.
not. It has.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting that it's.
Now you can give it
interesting that it
pretty
can't do,
complex
like-
commands, but
Mm.
it has no reasoning.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it's not as if it, like, you can say go up the stairs and there's like a chest of drawers on the stairs. It's not going to think I need to move the chest of drawers first. It's just going to think I can't go up
Well,
the stairs.
It'll try to push past stuff or step over things, but like. Yeah.
Also, it did try the immovable rod. It's just that the immovable rod requires a DC 30 check to move one. I don't think anyone in our party could pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be some Tom Bombadil shit. Yeah, Tom Bombadil's like sort of the one above all. You know, they.
Tom Bombadil could do whatever is most.
Yeah, Tom Bombadil is a god, so.
Good old Tommy. Hold on, he's not.
We can't do this. We can't go from Star Wars to Lord of the Rings. Let's play D&D.
We cannot.
I wanted.
Ian McKellen fell off the stage this week. Let's pay him some respect and play some D&D. He did. He took a tumble during a fight scene. He's all right. Yeah.
Oh, y'all
That's what I
see
told
y'all see that video that Gordon Ramsay posted on Father's Day?
I didn't. I want to play D.
Yes, it's horrific. Now watch. Let's play D&D. This is what the chat.
Why the fuck is my cup dirty?
What does everybody want to do? Karth is gone inside to turn off the immovable rod.
Karth has gone inside to turn the immovable rod off and then ridden the armor back outside as it tries to find Freya.
It stays in. It was told to
follow her.
No, it was told to attack the druids, so there's no one to attack.
I don't think it was ever given that order, was it?
Oh, you did know, yeah. So it does eventually make its way back outside. You do have 4 dead druids though here. Not that I'm aware of.
Can I take a close look at the druids and see if there's anything untoward or notable about them?
These druids. Yeah, these druids got pockets.
Grog carefully steps over Egg, takes out some chalk, and tries to write Maurice on the arm.
Do you intentionally misspell it? Because I know you know how to read and write.
I can't think of a funny way to misspell Maurice. So no.
Hold
However, I don't think chalk on metal's gonna work very well. So Grog's instead gonna start scratching it on with a coin.
Okay.
Walker's gonna head inside and tap, I guess, whoever on the way past, and he's gonna go have a look
Pardon me.
upstairs, since we have not been upstairs at all.
Oh, I
At this point, you can
suppose.
also see now that everything's calmed down, you can see a couple of the people that were in the cluster of trees, and you can see them sort of coming down. They're starting to make their way over to you all.
I suppose if we're going to explore the second floor of a place, you guys probably bring your thief along in case there's things that need thiefing.
That was a thought, yeah.
Give me that mouse. Give me that.
Okay.
Fucking tear over there. Why do you have a mouse in your mouth? Spit that out.
Give me that.
I think Barf is dead, so it's more concerning right now who has a mouse in his mouth.
How did Barf die?
He got taken out relatively early, I think. He's not
Yeah,
dead.
Barf
he's
got
just
like
on summit.
I think Barf got speared in the head and died.
Does he get better?
Oh yeah,
Oh, right, he counts as a familiar.
yeah, he died. He died. Taking some PTO, some well-deserved PTO.
If we're going upstairs, some shit did come from downstairs, but if there's nothing coming now, presumably there's nothing down there, but I feel like we should maybe leave something there just in case.
Oh, it never even occurred to me that there might be a downstairs. I'll be honest, I fucking didn't even notice that there's a huge section of the map on the bottom of the screen blacked out still.
So yeah, because the things that were in the hallway when I got in there had come from that stairwell. So I maybe leave Egg at the stairwell and try and impress upon him, like, you know, if anything comes up here, come get us.
Okay. So who's going where?
Up.
Upstairs.
We'll do up first. I'm just going to. We're not going to bother moving you tokens, or if you want to, you can. But you guys have sort of the opportunity to just sort of search this place.
Yeah,
So
Grog
I'm
will
just.
go up.
Yeah, so I'm just going to remove Fog of War. There we go. I could.
So just to be clear here, Walker, how much things, what percentage of stuff we find am I allowed to take and then say the druids took it?
I mean, given that you can't sell any of it and there's no one around to steal from, what would be the point?
Professional
would-
satisfaction.
If you find something that will legitimately give us an edge that we wouldn't otherwise have, and that there is no benefit to these wine merchants and fucking vineyard owners and workers having, then potentially. But I'm not going to put a percentage of items on this because we're not stealing their fucking cutlery. Like, they've just had the shit kicked out of them for however long. We're not also pillaging.
You're right, we're not. The druids are.
It would be pillaging. It would be us She gives him a very long and hard look.
If I see a single spoon enter any of your dozen pockets, you're going inside egg.
Which is impressive because Egg is very small. He'd have to
Walker just
squish you.
gently waves at Harold in a what he said kind of situation.
How many spoons have you ever actually seen go into my pockets? I know you've seen
7.
spoons come out of them. No, I know you've seen them come out, but how many have you seen go in?
7.
You don't get to have a messy divorce with a god of knowledge and linguistics or whatever, and then get pissy about other people's word choice.
Yes,
What? We can
Hello?
hear you.
we can hear you. No, we can hear you.
What was what you said? Oh no, then I just interrupted you and talked about how he doesn't get pissy about word choice. Because he's like, well, you never saw me do it. I'm saying you don't like when he had a god of ancient words and shit inside him. Fine, it comes with the territory, but like you don't get to go up to that god and be like, "I don't like you anymore," and think you're still entitled to get pissy about people's word choice.
Okay. So what are we doing up top? Are we searching through rooms? What are we? Okay, so
With the vibe, very specifically, with the vibe of not come down to try and kill us yet.
okay. Let's see.
Strahd will be behind Karth while Karth is checking to make sure the doors aren't trapped.
Wait, do we want to start at this side or do we want to start at this side?
I don't think it matters.
Okay,
You
then I vote.
you
Then
know
I
you know
vote
enough about
this side.
you know enough about this. You've been in this room already.
Yeah.
You could predict the geography of the
Yeah.
house.
I'm probably going to follow Karth just because Karth knows where Karth has been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this door, which Grog is on the wrong side of,
Come here from the inside. Get off my dick.
this door just leads to the wine room, so we're gonna go through this door first. We got traps on this door, boss.
I don't know. Check.
Do 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 do.
Is there a
26.
Not that you could see.
All right. I opened the door.
Okay.
Do 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 do. We got traps on this bus. We got traps.
Check.
I'm going to try and impress upon Egg that he has to stay downstairs as we're going up.
13.
Isn't Egg part turtle?
Not that you could tell.
Yeah, I suppose it would be quite difficult for Egg to get up the stairs now that I think of it.
It's quite difficult for Egg to get anywhere quickly.
Mm.
You know, turtles are not actually very slow when pressed to move.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen a turtle when it wants to move, they can fucking move. It's just
I
that it
literally
takes
watched
decades
one
off their
walk
life.
around at the weekend. There's like they go either really slow or mildly slow.
That turtle
That
was not
tortoise.
trying to shift
That was a
anywhere.
tortoise.
But even so,
Tortoise.
tortoises can also shift if they want to. That one was just walking around. It wasn't gunning for anything.
Anyways, 13. You said nothing that I can see.
Not that you
So
can see.
door open. Let's go.
Okay. You come into the kitchen.
Where the cutlery would live.
You have
There are
arms.
a bunch of chairs. There's the closet, pantry, iron stove.
I presume Walker is also up here with us, since it was Walker's idea.
Yep. I'm following along. I'm here.
Awesome. So you said no stealing stuff unless it would give us an edge. What if I wanted to just make a sandwich?
With
I'm not going to stop you making a sandwich. But
What
I'm
about
now just
also,
picturing.
this door, boss?
Not that you could tell.
I'm not going to
picturing
stop you
Drac and
making a
Karth being
sandwich,
like,
but we're doing a thing.
like, like Scooby and Shaggy hitting the kitchen in the haunted mansion.
This door is locked.
Oh!
Mm.
I bet that this is where they keep their accounting stuff.
In the kitchen.
16 to unlock the door.
It
I suppose
unlocks
it
the
is the
door.
place you'd least suspect.
Open the door.
You find a bedroom. It contains a 4-poster bed. The headboard is carved into the likeness of a giant raven. Soft black rug covers the floor between the bed and the door. The corners of the south wall have 2 slender wardrobes with tapestry of a church hanging in the wall between them. Beneath the tapestry, what looks to be a very well-carved rocking cradle. To the north, under a window, you see a plain desk and a chair. There's also a wooden chest and a freestanding mirror in a wooden frame.
Excellent. I want to search through the desk.
Hey, Harold, it's one of your people. Look, raven
Okay.
headboard, black carpet. What more do you need?
So go ahead and make an
I've
investigation
noticed,
check.
yes.
24.
Is that every...
24.
Oh, there we go. Don't need it.
In the desk, anybody can search other things too. But if you're looking through the desk, you find what appear to be manifests, recording wine shipments. You can see shipments made recently, as of a little while ago. So before everything seems to have happened. You just sort of notice with that high of an investigation check, you notice a bunch of just acronyms. BV seems to be Blood of the Vine Tavern in Barovia proper. BW, the Blue Water Inn in Vallaki. K for Krisk. And then going farther back. How far back do you go? Do you skim through the whole thing?
I think Karth would go back a couple months just to get a feel for like how much gets sent to which place regularly.
A couple months, yeah. That works fine. You can see that. Let me pull this up here. That up until a couple of months ago, let me pull this information up.
You ever seen the Fry and Laurie sketch with the information desk? So good. Hello, I'd like some information, please. I said, well, what sort of information would you like? Just anything, really. What have you got?
Baby, you're so pathetic.
I'm gonna need people to check the chat while he's working on other things. Potential mass scale warfare, given that we are standing in, as far as we can tell, the only purveyors of wine in
You
the
do notice.
entirety of-
Okay, now that you're. You remember that I told you about the fact that you can infinite hack holy water.
Also, presume that's only if you you get a small thing of holy water and then you can replicate it. Presumably, Walker could just bless the wine.
I mean, that's also fair. You do notice, Karth, that the last shipment of Red Dragon Crush, which is one of their more popular wines.
Is it crushed?
I'm sorry. No. These motherfuckers name their shit like they're a fucking sports drink?
Is it with a K?
What the fuck kind of Powerade ass name is Red Dragon? What does that taste like? That just tastes red?
They have 3 vintages. They have 3 vintages. Purple Grape Mash number 3. I did not make these up.
Oh yeah, they got that purple drink. They got that red drink. What's the other one?
This is some
The other one-
IPA bullshit.
The other one that
Is crush
you
spelled with a K? I need to
have
know.
heard about it, you don't see it at all. So Red Dragon Crush stopped being delivered a while ago, like 2 months ago. I would say about 3 months ago at this point. The other one, you don't quite remember the name, but you don't see a third one listed in the 3 months that you're looking at. But you know there was another one mentioned when you were at the Blue Water Tavern.
Yeah, it was Baja Blast. They ran out of it.
Yeah, hold on. Is it a K? No, is Red Dragon Crush spelled with a K?
No.
Cool. I go back another 3 months. I want to find the third vintage.
You don't see it?
I go back 6 years.
You don't see it.
Harold,
Mm.
when we go talk to the people hiding in the bushes, please ask them about the third vintage that they make but no longer seem to sell.
So I will tell you, if you look at this, you can go back a long time.
Yeah, well, we don't have forever.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
You're in
You
the
can
first, like,
keep going
7
back pretty
pages of the
fast.
book. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
I went back 6 years, Harold.
The very big pages. Let's keep going.
Fine. Let's go back a decade.
How come?
Okay, so about 10 years ago, Champagne du Leston was stopped.
Champagne.
Did you just fucking say Champagne de l'Estat?
No. That'd be funny as shit, though. That's better than the name they have, and we might change it just because that's funny.
Oh my fucking god. It's not even Karth immediately. It's not champagne. It's sparkling white wine.
But yeah, you see that stopped being delivered about a decade ago.
Champagne.
You also see that the only time in those 10 years that they have charged for their wine are any delivery labeled Vishanti.
Oh, okay, hold on. So they just give the wine away for free unless it's to Strahd?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. The only people who
Probably
seem
more
to
of a
pay
barter thing.
are Vishanti. Every other town gets it. There's no payment listed.
Barter.
Okay. I mean, well, that means I was going to go through and alter the contract so that the next shipment of the lackey would be cheaper. But if it's already free, then I don't have to do that. All right.
Having seen the Raven headboard, can Harold have a look around and see if there's any other like iconography or things that he might recognize or find important?
Also, how
Oh yeah,
comfy-
go ahead and make an investigation check.
I am also interested in how
Investigation.
comfy the bed is.
You can ask Grog. Grog's been sat on it while you've been
No, it's
through 10 years of
not
their
great.
It's okay. Karth is very good at reading numbers. I know he only just learned how to read words again, but he's very good at numbers.
That's nice.
It's easy. I just turned my brain off, and then the portion of my brain that had oh, that's how I did it. That it's like muscle memory, but for my head.
Let's see. So for okay, so
I spent an entire
Hold on, hold
session.
on.
Go ahead.
let's focus up. So Harold, you don't notice much else about it. You do notice that the tapestry, though, the church displayed in there is a Church of the Raven Queen.
Hmm.
I do just
That
want to
seems
say,
somewhat unusual.
What's left in the room is also you have the two standing wardrobes and the chest.
I do just want to say that I spent an entire session having Karth relearn how to read. That is a thing that happened. You can check the logs. Is
Go
this
look it up.
chest trapped?
Go ahead and check.
19.
Not that you can tell.
Is it locked?
Yes.
Make it be not so. 25.
25. You open it up, and there does seem to be quite a bit of cash in here. There's about 50 gold pieces, 270 electrum pieces, and about
I fucking
350.
hate you.
I know. Silver pieces, all stamped with Strahd's face, as most of the money you've seen, almost all the money you've seen here is.
So, Walker, what's the over-under on money?
No.
Can I take one gold piece just
You
to prove
literally
I was
don't
here?
even need it. What are you gonna buy?
You can take
No.
a singular copper piece.
Thank you.
There's no copper piece here.
You can take a piece of electrum.
Oh, that's such a garbage currency, though. I take it
You
anyways. I
take what
take
you
it. I'm not even going to add this to my overall funding. I'm going to put this in my equipment. Custom item, Electrum coin from winery.
If the
Okay.
economy had a butt, you'd fuck it.
What else are y'all doing?
What the fuck does that mean, Grog?
Also, did anyone actually, have we just left the corpses down below?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I had a brief look at them, but I don't think I rolled it.
You didn't roll for it, and you moved on really quick upstairs.
We talked about Harold checking them to make sure they were defo dead, and Karth talked about very briefly running their pockets.
Well, you're up here now.
We can look at their pockets later.
Yeah. Okay, what are you doing now?
Oh, what else was in the chest? Was it just money?
As far as you can
There
tell.
was some hash in there as well.
That's slang for money.
Check for false bottoms and shit. This gives me.
Yeah,
I hope it isn't.
I guess, yeah, I'll check for false bottoms. Is that another investigate? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
16.
Just make it. There is indeed a false bottom.
Oh, good eye, Walker.
You should see
find
how priests hide their relics.
two things. There's a bag, and a little sackcloth bag and a locket.
All right, what's in the sackcloth bag?
Looks to be about
Wait!
5 fairly. You
Is
already
the
picked it up.
Fuck yeah,
You
you.
picked it up. 5. About 5. I would give. I'm just gonna tell you the worth. 50 gold piece gemstones.
Are they diamonds?
They are gemstones.
Okay, so they're. Hey Walker, do you need generic gemstones for any of your spells?
Give me some time and I will run my textbook and double check that.
No, you don't. You have a magic focus. Duh.
Magic foci only account for cheap ingredients. If an ingredient is expensive, you still need it.
Name a spell that uses a gemstone that isn't a diamond. Quickly. Exactly. You're fine.
Let me just check.
And then so there's that and the locket.
Is the locket trapped?
I don't know. Check.
Arcana.
23.
The locket.
Ablative sphere uses a crystalline sphere worth 10 gold points. Get off my dick.
Karth.
What was that, T?
Karth.
Ablative sphere.
All right, hold on. So the locket is not trapped.
No. Is it magic?
No, but as you are investigating it, well, you don't know if it's magic or not. You do pop it open, and you see there's a little painted portrait of a fairly what looks to be a beautiful woman, long dark hair, and you see on the other side, you see an inscription that says, "My darling Angelica, I will love you and miss you for eternity."
Fucking sorry, okay? I specified 5th edition and it showed up in the 5th edition Reddit. I'm not the one who made this mistake. Some fuck-ass Redditor is.
I want to investigate the crib for any ooze or strange sigils.
Yeah.
Because
Roll
we've already had
investigation.
one fucking weird baby in this campaign.
Roll investigation.
I'm sorry, T. Can you tell me what
2
you
if
said
Barf
again?
counts as a baby.
I was
Okay,
being
so hold
yelled
on.
at in the chat about a spell.
That's okay. Hold on. So Grog, no, nothing. Just looks like a very well-made, beautifully carved, crib.
While Karth's rummaging through the chest and presumably manually scooping out all of the coins by hand to get to the false bottom, Grog just like sticks his head in the crib, then leans back, sticks a thumb up in the air, and goes, "No, God, babies."
Yeah. So, Karth, with the inside of the locket, it has a picture of a woman, with long dark hair, and on the other side, it says, "My dearest Angelica, I will love you and miss you forever."
Have I seen this woman before?
No, you have not.
All right.
Walker's long fingered hand over your shoulder, like lays itself on your shoulder and goes, I don't need to tell you that this is not up for debate, correct?
I wasn't gonna ask.
That's
How
what I was
does
afraid of.
you feel about thievery anyway? Presumably not great.
How does who feel about it?
Grog points at Walker. Paylor.
Listen, that's a theological discussion we can have over wine because it's complicated.
I can tell you what you know, Walker.
Yeah.
We're a little wibbly on the subject of law, of man law.
Man law and kneecaps, like definitely really.
Also, to be fair, Walker's not the one stealing things.
No, but you did like ask about whether Paylor was hiring before getting divorced.
I don't think you were there for that.
Who cares?
Then
I
you get
don't
back to
think
the
you.
locals. You
Anyway,
ask them if you can have some of the money. And maybe a
Yeah.
little bit of the hash. It might help juice and sleep.
No, I don't care about the money, but we are taking the gemstones because there are some spells that use gemstones that aren't diamonds. So I think that falls
reminding
on
you all,
the.
you are in someone's house that is currently walking towards the house.
Let's also be clear, just because there are spells that exist that use them does not mean that any of us have access to the spells that use them or a spell slot of a sufficient level to
I
use
also
them.
said, name the spell, and you said, and then kept rummaging, and now you're like, there are spells. I said, like, if you're
Those
gonna
spells that use a
steal
human
them,
skull. I'm not going to
In-
borrow someone's head just in case.
Infernal
We do have one
Calling.
of those.
Infernal Calling uses 1,000 gold pieces worth of ruby to summon a devil.
I don't think that's a castable. Also, summon someone into a closed plane. I feel like probably not as effective as it would
What?
be anywhere else.
Summon a devil. Not someone,
Into
a
a
devil.
closed plane. Into a closed plane.
also, you
Show of
already
hands.
have
Let's see who
me
thinks
and
it would be a-
Philip. Like, what more do you need?
Okay, fine.
That's
We
true.
won't take we won't take anything. We won't take anything. I fucking. You know what? You know what? We're so not gonna take anything. Cart closes the false bottom, and then closes the chest, and then relocks the chest.
Wow, you really showed us.
Proud of you, buddy.
Oh no. Now how are we going to summon a devil?
And for your information, I can cast that spell just as soon as
Not anymore.
just as soon as I remember how to do it.
I don't believe you.
I fucking don't
Anyway,
remember.
Well, as soon as we remember, we'll come
Anyway.
back and ask if we can borrow them.
It's in the bit of my brain that he took with him.
It's a bit of his.
Okay, so now that we've done that, where are you going?
There's
You don't need to walk your way around. There are the 3 rooms on the other side.
yeah. What's in this room? Is this door trapped? What's in this
So you
room?
technically can't get past that. There's a solid wall.
What do you mean? There's door right here.
Oh, that's right. You came out on this side. Yep, I missed that door. Apologies.
Door.
Door is locked.
Not summon fiend. Infernal Calling from Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Anyway.
I'm sorry if Al's
Are you
gonna
rolling?
sit here and play a game of
Are we
God.
opening?
Yes,
are we
we're opening
door or not?
we're opening the door. If we're gonna
Okay.
sit here and play a game of
Go ahead.
gotchas, at least get me.
Yeah,
The
but
gotcha
also
game,
that's
the
what
gotcha
chat-
game is over. Thank you from everyone involved. In fact, I'm just gonna start doing this because actually I would like to play. It is certain people also wanted to play and are now participating in this. So go ahead and roll to unlock the door, Karth.
Oh, it's locked? Okay.
Yep.
Roll. 21.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see here. Do. Of Strahd, you find a set of sleeping quarters. Now, these are actually, it doesn't really show well here, but they are bunk beds.
I can kind of see it. I can see it a little bit.
Okay. And you also see what looks to be multiple footlockers along the wall. These rooms are fairly simple.
Any of these foot lockers locked? What's the chances we find something useful in some random dude's foot locker?
Not great.
It says, no. No, most of them. Well, a couple of them are unlocked, and the other two are.
Walker, I'm gonna. One, I'm not allowed to take anything anyways, and two, I don't think we're gonna find anything important.
That's valid. Let's keep moving.
All right. Is this trapped?
I don't know. Is it
19.
okay?
Is it locked?
It is indeed locked.
Okay. It wasn't trapped, right? I realized I cut you off.
No, you're fine. I would not let you just open. I would tell you if it was trapped.
Okay. 24. Dope. Moving on. What's in this room?
All right, you go on in because the door is open, and it looks to be a printing press. In the chamber, there's a desk chair, tall wooden cabinet, and I'll tell you because I'm not doing this whole. Everybody, roll to see what the strange contraption in the corner is. It's a printing press.
Why do they have a printing press? Why do they have a
Labels
You
for the
look
wine,
around, it's
presumably.
the wine labels.
I guess that tracks.
Maybe some light pornography on the side.
Hell yeah.
Mhm. What's going on in the desk?
Let's see. The desk. So there's a desk, a tall wooden cabinet, and then the printing press. So in the desk, you open it up. It is a lot of like different drawings or updates to the labels, things like that.
Cool. All right. Well, there's nothing fun up here. Let's go run those druid pockets.
Okay. You head on
Do they
back
have
down.
pockets?
So on the druids, you find da-da-da-da-da. 4 quarterstaves.
Okay, set those to the side.
Yep.
Whole staff.
You're very funny. No, shut up.
That was actually a good one. I didn't.
No, that was a good one. I appreciate that. You also find total about 13 gold.
All right,
One of them has a set of pan pipes.
I'll take those.
One of them has a set of 5 jars,
I
4 of which are empty.
a pan flute.
Yeah, 4 of which are empty, but all of them are a bit cold to the touch. The 5th one does have a liquid in it.
I'll swap you the pan flute for these interesting jars.
Can I, whatever that would be, probably Arcana check on these jars? I want to see if this is a spell ingredient.
Go for it.
You can absolutely have the pan flute if I can have the empty jars.
We've got a deal.
Walker? 21?
21.
These are definitely
Oh, what?
colding.
What's that?
They hold cold things.
Oh,
They will keep potions, poisons, ingredients, all that kind of stuff. It will keep much longer than normal for use. So if you
Go.
find interesting bits and bobs off of creatures and things, if they fit into the jar, they'll last a lot longer before use.
Jar of colding.
Yep. So there's
And I have 4 of them.
There's 4 of
Woo!
those. Well, technically there's 5. One of them just actively has liquid in it.
Oh, right. Karth is going to crack that open and give it a sniff.
You're going to investigate this?
I mean, I was gonna kind of go more perception because it's using a sense rather than like touching it. But yes,
Well, investigation doesn't necessarily mean you have to touch it. You just this would actually, Karth, what are
Can
your
I-
proficiencies?
yeah, I was gonna say, can I roll poison kit for this?
Yeah.
I'm actually not as good at poison kit as I am investigation, but 23.
Karth, this
Yeah.
is one dose. So it's just sort of swirling around at the bottom of the jar. Of Midnight Tears.
And what does that do?
I'll send this to you, but a creature that ingests this poison suffers no effects until the stroke of midnight. If the poison has not been neutralized before then, they must succeed at a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, or take 9d6 poison damage on a failed save, half as much on a success. I'll send that to you so you don't have to remember. Karth, this is...
It's
one
about
of those-
1,500 gold pieces worth of poison.
Yeah, this is really expensive poison.
It's also incredibly difficult to utilize because they have to eat it.
What
Put
you
it
say
in
they have to
Taco Bell
eat it?
because
Can
it's
they
kind of
not?
the same anyway.
Can we not just put it? It's a liquid. Can we not put it in another liquid?
No, yeah, absolutely. But then you have to like make sure that the right person drinks it, or you have to fucking, you kill the wrong person.
Right, but we have a car. At some point, we're going to have a castle full of people where we want everyone dead.
I mean, this is enough for like one dose.
Sweet, but here's the thing: if we manage to take out one person, ideally it's the right person. But if not, it's still a person we need dead.
Also,
Poison's not my thing, but dead is dead.
Freya, correct me if I'm wrong. Vampires can't be poisoned.
No.
GM, what's the over-under on me replicating this poison?
You alright? Oh.
I cannot believe how ungraceful that cat is.
Most cats are ungraceful, don't believe the hype.
Oh, wait, holy shit! Fuck! All of this wine has to be destroyed.
Why?
We have
Oh.
5 jars that are mostly... We have 4 empty jars and a 5th jar that's mostly empty. All of this wine has to... Shit! Fuck!
The poison. The poison for Strahd.
The poison for the whole god... You're doing my thing!
Barovia's poison. The
So-
poison for Barovia.
Karth, I'll tell you right now. If you took time, and this will take time, using your poisoner's kit, you could potentially figure out how to replicate this poison.
Okay. That's secondary now.
Could we
I know,
figure
but
out
yeah,
this
how
I was
to?
answering.
Could we figure out how to run a test for it? Is there traces of this poison?
I am assuming the poisoner's kit will do that.
All right, cool. You're immune to poison! Oh!
Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
We went to
Hello?
hell.
Everyone's become a robot.
We're back.
I'm actually, ooh, wait a minute. Where does it say you're immune to poison?
Vampires
Look
are
at
immune
Witcher
to
thing.
poison.
Not in the bestiary. Let's check the race.
What are you checking? Vampire, 5th edition.
Resistant. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you'll still we'll say because it's not a true immunity, it's sort of a combo immunity. You'll still be able to feel if you fail the saving throw. If you pass
I'll-
the saving throw, you'll never know if you actually were poisoned or not. I'm just gonna make you roll it either way.
to,
When
to, to,
Legolas gets drunk.
However, you have to wait till midnight because that's how this poison works.
to be fair, I was operating under the assumption that vampires were immune to poison because when I was trying to make a poison to use against Strahd, UT told me poisons don't work on vampires.
I assumed they didn't. I am potentially wrong, but it's also my game, so maybe I'm potentially right. Because that's stupid.
Like, I do
Ah,
want
I
to
can
point
poison
out
the dead guy.
I do want to point out that it has been previously established poisons don't work on vampires, regardless of what the rules state.
Yeah, I'm also because for some reason they're the only undead who doesn't get that. But you also have the Witcher thing too, so yeah.
Hmm.
I love how weird undead gets though in this game. By the way, skeletons immune to exhaustion and poison.
Does that mean the herald?
Zombies though, they can get exhausted. So even if you're dead, you still have to suffer the exhaustion.
Well, I mean, if the
The
Herald drinks
herald.
the
Harold is immune to disease, apparently, not poison.
Harold, you are
God.
also undead. I'm gonna rule you pretty much. Yeah, no, you're immune to poison.
Fair
regardless, I'm gonna take a sample of the wine and test it with my poison kit to see if it's been poisoned. Actually, I
Okay.
guess I'm gonna take a sample of all 3 wines. Because there's 3 barrels here with wine in them.
It's gonna have to be every barrel across the whole property.
Oh no, I'm just gonna test the big ones, and then if the big ones are all bad, if any of the big ones are all bad, I'm just going to assume all the small ones are bad.
At this point, the people arrive from
Karth holds the jar up as soon as they walk in. It's like, hi, most of your wine's been poisoned, probably. I'm gonna test it now, but you should start getting ready to get rid of all of it. Because this poison, shakes the jar, will kill the fuck out of everybody in this country.
Also, hi.
I said hi.
Well, we haven't had a chance to, they're still lying around, but, they're dealt with.
yes. Well, poisoner's kit. You test this one,
Yeah,
the
the one I'm in
far
front
left
of.
one.
Yep.
No poison.
No poison. Middle left one.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that testing takes time if other people
Yeah,
want to do things.
it does. So you all can do. Yeah, it's not like a instant thing. So the rest of you can do stuff while this is happening. The man Davian, who sort of running the place, goes, "Well, if they've Gone and poisoned everything. We're a bit fucked, I suppose. Might get. He looks at you and goes, finish making sure ain't none of them hiding around here, and we'll talk.
Egg, we're going downstairs. Come on.
I'm going to tell you the test is inconclusive.
Okay. Do. Test.
And the rest of you who go into the basement, do you want to search the rest of the floor you're on?
There's like a couple other rooms here. I mean, they're here. Like the people are back. It feels.
Yeah, they can help you check these rooms.
It feels.
Yeah. That's fair. And then you all go into those going to the basement. Let's see here.
Ugh.
To the cellar.
13 for the last one.
13.
Mhm.
Inconclusive.
Cool. Well, I am, if nothing, a consummate professional when it comes to matters of things I'm being paid to do. And even though I'm not technically being paid to do this, I do still feel like it's worth putting in a bit of effort. So I'm going to recommend you get rid of all the wine because they had 5 magically enchanted jars used for preserving heat sensitive ingredients. And one of those jars is full of poison that could kill an elephant, and the other 4 jars are empty. So I think it's safe to say that your wine is tainted.
There's 4 still, so it would make sense.
Right,
An
so,
elephant is a very large animal.
They still have books.
Also,
They've
one
been
of the
trapped
stills
here
is
in a
empty.
realm. Sure, they're not
Well, I mean,
regressed to being cavemen, but it doesn't
that-
matter whether they. If
that-
we're being honest, it doesn't really matter whether they know an elephant or not. That's getting so granular. It's okay.
I mean, to be fair, Harold, that still is empty because it looks like someone broke it. There's like a giant
Was it
hole
empty
in it.
Was that still empty before they got here? Is what I'm asking, really.
They said no, it was not.
Oh,
Well, then that's worrying. They might have taken some.
Make an investigation check.
who?
Anybody who's up there?
I'm investigating.
Oh, who's up there?
No,
I'll invest.
It looks like
Bad Herald.
it looks like it was just cracked open. Like this was you could feel the wine the floor is a little sticky there. Looking around, it looks like it was cracked open and potentially dumped.
Yeah, I think they
hey
just.
team, hey team.
Hey, team.
I'm real fucking stupid here. If we wait till tomorrow, if we camp overnight here, I can detect poison and disease, which is a spell.
Mm.
Art takes his poison kit and just goes to throw it and then remembers that it costs like 40 gold pieces and
And
gently sets
I
it
can't
down.
make it. I can detect poison. I can't make poison.
You also can't tell what kind of. Oh, you do know what kind of poison it is. Huh.
Yep.
But anyway, those of you who've gone downstairs, you find the wine cellar that seems to be mostly empty. A lot of wooden pillars.
I go downstairs.
For the most part, very, very cold down here. That's it. Oh, yeah. Looks like, yeah, looks like they were fucking around. Lots of broken glass, lots of broken bottles, discarded food and bones and things. Well, at least one of them came up from down here. No. He was hanging out down here with the vine blights. Take that as you will.
Mhm.
I can't believe that weirdo was fucking those blights.
They are the tentacly ones. They are the tentacly
also-
ones.
They do
were
got wood though.
They were the tentacly ones.
Anyway, so as you guys do that, you've cleared the house. You guys don't really. Go ahead. So that's the. So I was wrong last time. This is actually on a set of stairs. So this tower is actually a ramp that goes all the way up. The other side is stairs that go all the way up.
Mm.
Or roll them back up rather than carrying.
Very clever.
That one just goes up to the
Yeah, that
first
one.
and second floor.
Here. Yeah, it's a going up. You are at the lowest we can go on this map. Okay.
Right. Also, apparently, Walker can cast Detect Poison. So if hold off on throwing out all your shit until tomorrow morning, and we'll check it all.
Yeah. Wasn't planning to. Be nice to be able to stay back in our own home. Looks
Note
like
to
we're
self,
going
Walker, when we have that spell up, also check the well out back.
We have enough wine and water that we took with us when we fled that should last us another night. If you're worried about the well.
I mean, yeah, don't. Well, I mean, at this rate, we're just going to have Walker cast a spell tomorrow. So I don't feel like that we need to go and check with my poison kit right now.
No, but we possibly want to go and check that there's nothing there.
Okay. Is there anything in the well?
A ring of tight-fitting moss-covered stones encloses a 40-foot deep well. I also
Anything
love.
in it?
Can I water? Can I also tell you the outhouse has a description, but below the description is my favorite sentence. There's just a brief description. Sweet-smelling herbs hang from the eaves of this ramshackle wooden outhouse, which is a small crescent move carved into the door. And then the sentence below that is, the outhouse contains no surprises. Yeah. No,
Right,
several
take
of them
whatever
are
you
like
do.
that. Like, this room here, which you guys are here now, so it doesn't matter. It just says the room contains 13 empty barrels. It's like, cool. Why did we bother building that then?
This is where they keep the extra barrels. I don't know what the
I
big deal
guess,
is.
yeah. But
I love that it's got a little stairwell that goes up into the middle of the fucking hallway.
mhm.
That's incredibly bad house designing.
I've looked. There is nothing that says anything about that stairwell.
Weird.
I was just like, is it supposed to be secret? Does it have it? No, it just exists.
It's probably like whoever works there is like, oh, I'm finally done putting all the empty barrels back. That's the last thing I have to do today. Oh man, now I've got to walk through the whole rest of the house to get to the second floor. What
Yeah.
if I just put a little spiral staircase right here?
Yeah.
Right the second after I'm done.
So as you guys all come together,
There's nothing in the well but water. I haven't tested it yet, though, so we do still need to make sure that that Walker looks at it before the spell wears off tomorrow.
I just remembered I can also do that spell, but I'll let Walker do it. She's probably better at it.
Let's see. So Davian sits you all down. They prepare sort of a meal. They start preparing a meal as the other workers start cleaning up things, moving the bodies out, checking on the horses, checking the damage to see if it can be any damage that happened, that if it can be fixed, just sort of going about the task of setting things up. Davian sits you all down and goes, all right, now look, I'm waiting on one of my people to get back. They're out checking something now. Once they get back, though, I have to explain some things about this place. And then a young man comes back, who he introduces himself as Dag. He seems to be Davian's son-in-law. And Dag just shakes his head and goes, it's not there, Davian. It's gone. And Davian just shakes his head and goes, well, I suppose it was good while it lasted.
What's gone?
So, as you can probably tell, not much grows here in Barovia.
Pretty evident, yes.
And many, many years ago, an ancestor that was a wizard, and he was a bit peculiar. He had these he had this idea of his head to raise the spirits of the people here. And he created from the last three, he was a bit of a wine lover. He created from the last 3 bottles of his wine 3 stones that if you bury them, well, the grapes will grow. Without it, they won't grow in these conditions. They just wither and die. And, well, we've had them go missing over the years.
Does it work on anything, or is it just grapes?
Just the grapes. They each grow similar grapes that make a similar wine to the things they were created from.
Why the fuck would anyone steal that?
A few months ago, thought we saw some of them. Well, thought we saw some of them witches sneaking around in the woods, and then not too long after that, our Red Dragon vintage started to go sour. About 10 years ago, the first one went missing. My eldest was supposed to check on things, make sure things were going well while I was away. And I come back and he wasn't even aware it was missing.
That's why it disappears from the sales logs. I'm sorry, I should mention we did accidentally read the sales logs.
I refuse to lie about this. I very much on purpose read the sales logs.
Well, he
Uh,
not discovering anything I wouldn't tell you anyway, I suppose.
So hypothetically, the single creature we managed to not kill on his way out is presumably carrying the stone.
The last one is gone, so potentially, yeah.
I mean, they
Rocket looks at everyone else and
could have
goes,
stolen it earlier.
I could attempt to divine this tomorrow. I can divination this bad boy tomorrow, but as with the detect poison, it's gonna have to wait.
I mean, why would they steal it though? Like, I get that it's
Hold
upsetting
on.
for you guys that you can't grow your grapes, but like, if they
Hold-
can
hold on.
only grow grapes, these guys are making evil stick monsters, not, you know,
Mhm.
I
But
mean,
if they
it.
smoothies.
if they start their own vineyard and they are the only purveyors of wine, they can then do potentially what they tried to do here, poison the shit out of everyone.
Cool.
think we're
so
all-
just tell everyone, hey, don't buy wine from the druids. They're evil.
They would be the only purveyors of wine, though, and how good does prohibition tend to work in general?
I do.
Probably pretty well if you tell everyone that it's poisoned. I don't know.
I do also think that we're overlooking the fact that these were druids that took the thing, maybe. They might not want to grow wine. They might just not want anything growing here that shouldn't be growing here.
Yeah, them druids are a weird bunch, culty. They're servants, Strahd. His gardeners. So
Oh,
to
maybe
speak.
Strahd just wants his own wine. Maybe he just wants a monopoly on it.
Well, they're also pretty won't lie to you, they have enough magic in them to cover all of our fields, the whole vineyards. It's not like it's just a little bitty piece of magic. Suppose it could be manipulated for other things.
So when I said, does it only do grapes? And you said, yeah, what you meant is currently.
That's
For
all it's
now.
supposed to do. I don't do magic. Friend, if they decide to warp it or anything like that, I don't even know if that's possible.
Well, we have no way of chasing them down right now, so.
No, none of us can fly.
Well,
Do you still have even one bottle of it somewhere?
we got. I don't know if we have any red anywhere. Let's see here.
I figure if there are people, those among us who can track things, it might make it easier to have wine from
Sure,
the thing that created.
we can do that, but I can tell you where the druids are. We know where they hold up. We keep tabs on them.
well,
And not,
good.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say,
that
I
makes
don't
it
know
easier,
if a
yeah.
tracking spell for a magic stone would work if you're tracking wine made from the grapes made from the stone.
You could just track
They-
the stone, but all of the spells are within 1,000 feet.
They're.
I'm clearly thinking far too hard. I do apologize.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You all got a map. They live close to us, so we try to keep tabs on them. If you understand.
That makes
Karth
sense.
pulls out his outdated map of Barovia that he has been slowly filling in with up-to-date landmarks.
Yeah, so they live down yonder at let's see,
Is it this hill that has an obvious path to it?
yeah, it's Yester Hill.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. That's Yester Hill. Now to get to Yester Hill, you have to go through the barrows.
A barrows is a crypt. It's where people bury dead things.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them down around there.
As a dead thing, I thought you would know that.
Wow. I figured you would have known it because you're a witcher.
It's mostly burial mounds of a tribe that used to live around here a long time ago of wildlings. Weren't quite human, weren't quite anything really that I was aware of.
I think the politically correct term for those might just actually be human nowadays.
Oh no, they weren't. I can tell you right now, they weren't human. Not from the stories, anyway. Pick up a human and snap them like a twig.
God, I wish that were
They
me.
died off in the fight against Strahd.
Were they on Strahd's side or against him?
They were with the Saint.
Sounds human enough to me.
I guess that's all it takes to be human, or I guess we're all human here.
I am a dragon. Thank you.
That was his point.
He looks at you and goes, "Look, y'all have done us a great service, and while I haven't spoken to him since he left, my son, Erwin, wouldn't have sent you if he didn't think you were good people. Leastways, we've been keeping tabs on you.
Is that so?
We keep tabs everybody who comes into Barovia unannounced.
And how exactly do you do this?
Well, most of y'all usually show up and cause quite a fuss.
We've definitely done that. We killed a god.
Let's see,
Several
if I
fusses at
recall,
this
Not a
point.
god anyone gave a shit about.
first thing that puts you on our radar is well, while traveling the road, a few of our friends, and he nods up, and you see that there are ravens up in the rafters. Spotted y'all fighting some bear owls.
You talk to birds. That makes way more fucking sense.
Sorry, what was that about the bear owls?
You were fighting them, and that's the first time that brought you to our attention. And like I said, son and I haven't spoken in a while, but it appears he well, like the cut of your jib. particularly yours. Points to the herald.
Well, we have some things in common.
Well, will you help us at least get the stone back? Can I
Sure,
ask
why not?
that of you?
We can.
You
It's
I mean-
assume
probably with
it's
the
probably
druids.
with the druids at Yester Hill, which is why I marked on the map.
Well, give me the night to recover, and I'm good for it. I'll kill as many
it's
druids
not
as you like.
It's not like killing them now was particularly difficult, apart from one flying away. But that's more logistics than a test of might.
I'm all for helping out and being a good person, but being a good person doesn't necessarily make one very liquid. And since
Oh
we've
my god, money doesn't matter in Barovia.
got
Shut up.
I mean,
the
money really does, but we do have an economy here.
Yeah, but it's like fucked. Like I'm not paying 20 gold for an egg. It's fine. Like we're here to stop Strahd and do.
Oh,
things
you've been to that. You've been to what's his face in Barovia proper, haven't you?
yes.
Sure as
there.
shit we have.
Yeah, no, that man's a fucking monster.
Oh, so wait, hold on. You mean that the rest of the shops aren't like that?
Not particularly. Most of them try to be reasonable as they can. Now, everything is a bit pricier here, but not to the extortionate level that he's done.
Awesome. Well, for services rendered and for future services rendered in the retrieval of your enchanted item, I would like to be paid.
What do you even need the money for? You already have shit.
Eventually, Grog, I plan to no longer be trapped on this fucking shithole of a plane. No offense to your home, it's lovely, but Barovia in general kind of sucks.
No, it's a
Let's
shithole.
see.
And when I'm not trapped here anymore, I'd like to spend money.
Let's just open some negotiations because there are potential opportunities for repayment that are not fiscal.
Okay,
What
but I
about
also
you?
like
And he points to the herald. What are you doing
What
this
about
for?
me?
Well,
I'm doing it because I was asked by someone who has certain allegiances.
Are we being coy about this? You're wearing
Yes.
that. Tarth gestures to the Raven Queenified Saint armor.
I'll be
All
perfectly
right.
honest, being coy about it is, keeps things interesting. Why not?
All right. Let me ask you this. Herald of the Raven Queen.
Hey, you said his name.
You do this for us. You in particular. The rest of you want to be paid? You want something for it? We can discuss that. But you, Harold,
Hmm.
if you can do this for us and answer me a question with no help from your friends, you got to figure this out yourself. I may just have something for you.
Do I have to answer the question now or after I've retrieved?
Once you've returned.
Oh, once we've returned. Okay.
God, I wish
Also,
I
he
could
said
still
with
use.
no help for your friends, so I don't think you're allowed to magically bless him, so he passes the saving throw.
There's no saving throw. He has to answer a question.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, then he's gonna have to roll. Yeah.
No. Guys, has got to. I'm not just handing out answers. What's the point of a question if I just hand out answers with rolls? Then it would just be something else.
Oh. Whatever.
I'm gonna send a friend of mine. Here's I don't fucking know. Wow, that's the first name that comes into my head. Sure. A raven flutters down onto your shoulder. Here's Jedediah. God damn it. He'll watch out for you, and he'll let me know if you cheat.
He's gonna turn and look at the raven and say, "Do you mind Jed for short?"
You may interpret that as you will. He
Interpret
leans
what?
in.
You didn't make any noise.
Oh, you didn't hear that? I crowed very loudly. It's fine.
Oh, nothing came through.
Yeah. He thought it was background noise. Or my mic went, noise. That shouldn't be there. I don't know.
Well, I've clearly got nothing to lose, so I accept your terms.
All right. It's a simple question, Harold.
I hope it's
What
not
am
general
I?
knowledge. I'm a farmer.
What am I?
What are you, specifically?
What am I, specifically?
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I know this is for the Herald, but can you repeat the riddle for me? I want to participate just because I like
What
riddles.
am I?
Is
What
that the whole
am
riddle?
I? It's
Damn,
not a
okay.
riddle, it's a question.
What if the Herald gets the question wrong?
Who is the subject
He
I?
doesn't
Is
get the
I
thing.
is I referring to you
Karth.
or to him?
Karth. It's not your question.
Harold is
Okay.
on Davian.
All right. What does Divine Sense tell you?
You can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
None of those. Not a celestial, not a fiend, not an undead.
Is the land we're on hallowed?
No.
Just checking.
Does Harold also have time to give
You
him
guys are
an
spending the night
ocular
at least
pat
because
down?
you have to see what's going on with the wine in the morning.
How much time do I get to answer this question?
However long it takes you.
Well, then, if you'll forgive me, I may delay my answer sometime. Until I'm sure.
All right, then.
But rest assured, I will have one, even if it's that I don't.
I'm sure you'll get it.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm a farmer.
Sure you are. Well,
I mean, he is by profession.
I suppose.
I mean, realistically speaking, the only difference between, say, a farmer and a soldier is whether or not your crops come in right.
That's pretty much it.
very interesting there.
Like,
Karth.
soldiers have some kind of biological incapability of rearing crops? Or is
No,
fighting
no,
crops?
it's a tax thing. If your crops don't come in right and you can't pay your taxes, you might have to instead levy yourself as a soldier to your liege lord.
Oh. Huh.
All right. Well,
Well,
shall
I'll
we
have a
all
think.
adjourn upstairs? We're already upstairs. For some reason, I thought we were in the basement there for a second.
I mean, I'll be honest, actually, I thought we were having like a picnic outside because there's like
That's right.
there's like
We can meet
11 of
outside.
us. There's
Yeah.
like a
Oh, there's more of you because their whole family is here and they're
yeah, no, there's like
co-workers as well.
17 of us actually, if you really do the numbers. We weren't gonna fit in that little like 6-person dining room in that little like 6.
In that case, as we're having this discussion, Walker is just going back to tending their various wounded. And she will, flavor-wise, just go ahead and burn the rest of her low level. And in fact, even her medium level healing spell slots.
Yay! I get to go to bed not hurt.
Okay.
Harold used, I forget to say earlier, Harold used 11 of his lay on hands to get Egg back up to full strength, but he's going
That's
to
fair.
use the remaining 24 as well on whoever needs it.
Okie dokie.
Y'all ever read the rules for how you heal in like older editions of D&D? They were brutal.
Was.
Like a full rest healed your level worth of HP. So like we would heal 7 hit points for sleeping.
Okay.
How did people
So,
even make it past like level 5?
You were expected to be like constantly buying healing potions and always using every spell slot at the end of the day to heal with spells.
Wow.
But okay, he goes. So, what about the rest of you? What would you require for this endeavor?
I would like to be paid in components usable for spellcraft.
Well, I'm afraid none of us are much in the way of casters.
Gemstones. Gems.
Gemstones. I might have a few gemstones.
He's a
If
dragon.
you're
He'll not
looking
shower
for
rocks.
real spell ingredients, you're gonna want to check at the old bone grinder. Them hags are strange, but been good customers, and
Can you mark on the map where these bone grinders are?
you've been to the bone grinder.
The
It's your
hags.
mill where the
Oh,
hags are living.
we talked to them, but like they mostly just tried to sell us deals
Oh, they'll
and
do
cookies.
Oh, good cookies.
that. Oh, you had some of their cookies, huh?
Yeah.
You know
Harold
what's in 'em?
shuffles kind of awkwardly. At the words tried to make deals, he's just a bit like,
Well, if y'all want, they're the best place to go for your ingredients for any spells or whatnot. Other than maybe murdering a witch or two if you ever find them.
Do they all work for Strahd or?
The witches? Yeah, I suppose there might be one or two edge witches out there that don't, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Work for a woman named Baba Yasaga. Baba Lysaga.
I barely knew her.
That sounds like a regional variant spelling to me, there, friend.
No. Baba Yaga is actually an entirely different witch.
It's pronounced Yaga, but whatever.
Well, maybe in hell it is, yeah.
No, like where she's from.
I've had dealings
What?
with.
You think we don't torture people who speak other languages?
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, I kind of figured you torture people who speak all the languages.
Exactly. It's Yaga.
To be fair though, like how much language can you learn through torturing someone? Like, do you know every single language's word for "please don't put that there"? Like, what are you gonna?
Pretty much. But no, it's a whole thing. I'll tell you later.
Well, we've got all night.
Yeah, they
No, we don't.
they work for her, and she well, don't know if her and the druids specifically get along. None of his people directly. If it weren't for him, I suppose they'd all be murdering each other. But he keeps them all in check.
So, like, not to continuously bring us back to this topic, but I'm starting to notice I'm the only one who's specifically asked for a thing for payment. I know for a fact I'm not the only person here who would like to be paid for this. Side eyes the Witchers like fucking crazy.
That's true, ain't it? Y'all are witchers. You're Tyr with the strange tattoo. And you'd be Freya, the only vampire here that's not under the control of Strahd.
Man, those ravens see everything, huh? And have good hearing, too.
Oh, ravens see quite a bit. We see more.
Well, I've been on listening all the time. I've said things to these birds I wouldn't say to any human.
Oh, they got a good sense of humor. And they're good at keeping secrets. So are we all. Now, what would you like? Try to be. Oh,
Oh, so you can bring it up.
certainly I can tell you where that is. If that's your payment.
Hold
I
on,
was gonna
actually.
say, ain't it bad luck for me to ask y'all to do something without giving you at least a little bit of something? Be it knowledge or information or
Is
so I
it?
thought.
Who said that?
Bound and light and love.
Was poor form, if nothing else.
No, I always heard if you don't pay the Witcher at least something, even if
Oh.
they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, you still have to give them something, even if it's just a token. That
Wood and
worse
You meant
worse
Witchers.
can
I
happen
thought-
to you after they leave.
I
Ain't that
thought
a
you meant
thing?
people.
Huh?
You meant Witchers. I thought you meant people.
No, Witchers.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll let you know whereabouts they are once you get back, if that's the deal you want to make.
Mr. Winemaker.
Davian.
I don't know his last name. Regardless, I actually would like to change my requested payment.
Merdikov.
Mr. Merdikov.
And what would you like?
You and your birds know quite a lot about us. Do you happen to witness my talks with the Vishanti soothsayer?
We knew you were at the old woman's camp.
She told me I would find a holy symbol bound in light and love in a place of magical intoxication in wood and sand. Now, I'm no expert here, but we are in the middle of the woods, and your vineyard is pretty sandy when it doesn't have magic gems making it make fruit.
More dirt, but I suppose there'd be some sand out there.
You wouldn't happen to have a holy symbol of some sort squirreled away?
Well,
I think that might ruin the earlier. Never.
I do feel like that may be a question for Ravenfolk to Ravenfolk.
Well, that we weren't.
Oh,
you are. I'm gonna say you are. You're one to watch there, Mr. Karth. You're one to watch. But I think the gems will do you just fine.
okay.
Grog elbows Karth a little bit and mutters to him, "You're not meant to help the riddle, idiot."
I didn't know that it was related to the riddle
Oh my god.
until y'all mentioned it might be related to the riddle.
What about you there? You with the flames on your head.
Oh. Well, no shit. Normally I wouldn't care because I don't need money and yeah, whatever. Hey, do your magic birds know where the fuck the stupid dragonborn who stole a god went? If so, please tell so we can go murder her. Thanks. Grog looks at Karth.
We've been tracking her for a little bit now.
Neat.
Although I feel like that's poor payment. So I'll just tell you straight out, and I'll make you a counteroffer. So it's poor payment because you're probably not gonna get to her anytime soon.
That's
She
fine.
was last seen entering Castle Strahd.
Oh, well, never
Oh.
mind then.
Anyway, however, as alternative payment, I might just have something that you might find very interesting.
Grog just
He
tilts
pulls
up
out,
to
he
one
goes,
side.
he rummages around a little bit and he pulls out. It's a jug. What do you think? It's just this big ceramic jug with a stopper stuck in the top.
Grog gives him a thumbs up and goes, "That's nice, buddy."
You want it? Got all kinds of
Uh,
things in there, and he taps on it.
You mean all kinds of things? Is it a magic jug?
Of course, it's a magic jug. Why would I just offer you a normal jug for going and getting the magic stone back that'll save my family's vineyard and also keep producing wine for all the people of Barovia?
I don't know. I feel like someone who isn't regularly punching people with a giant hammer should carry the ceramic jug.
It's
sure.
he knocks it off the table. And it's just dun, 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 dun. It's magic, my
Yeah.
friend. They don't break that easy.
Yeah, most magical items are about 10 times more durable than a mundane variant. You should see magic adamantine shit. You could fucking balance a castle on a magic adamantine shield. It's insane.
You can break a bag of holding by putting it inside itself, though.
Well, yeah, but you do a lot more than just break the bag.
Yeah, it's not good to be standing near it when it happens.
So what do you think?
Sure.
The jug? All right.
If
And for what about you there? Tyr. Yes, what's the question?
No, yeah, he made the crystals.
Yeah, his ancestor made the the 3 stones out of his 3 favorite bottles of wine.
So it's potentially our wizard if that was during the curse.
Oh, let's see here. His name?
Well, was he alive before the curse happened, or is this like post curse?
He was born not terribly long after the revolt went sour.
Okay, so it could be our guy. Didn't sure. Yeah, what's his name?
Well, if you're looking for him, he's out in the family cemetery down the road.
Okay. Oh, so right, you have the fucking magic ravens, not the old man with amnesia that we've got hanging out with us. That guy's like also 100% a wizard. We just don't know who he is yet, and he kind
Yeah,
of
we've seen that. We've seen the man you're talking about. Used to live over by the bridge. We're not sure entirely who he might be. We have a few theories, but nothing concrete. There was a wizard not terribly long ago that came in and tried to fight Strahd. Lost. Though we thought he was dead. Could be him, though.
I feel like Snuff.
I think there's oh no, Kazan used to be let me see here. He goes and he pulls out a book. Starts flipping through things. And he goes, well, he was a from what I've seen, he was there's some reports that he was a wizard that lived here for a while. Made himself into a lich and went to made a big fuss about challenging Strahd for power over this place. That he was going to take it over from him, not for any good purposes. The next time people saw him, he was one of Strahd's most trusted advisors. So,
Oh, cool. So that's going to be a problem.
no one's seen him in a long, long time.
He's a lich.
He's looking through, but he goes, he's not been seen since the battle. So people presume he's dead.
I mean, pretty foundational to the idea of a lich is that they don't stay dead unless you go to extreme lengths to destroy the thing that brings them back to life all the time.
Remember
So
they had the paladin though, so they probably could have.
I mean, he would have had to have carried his thing into the battle for them to destroy it. I would have it buried underneath Castle Strahd, where
Go
it's
ahead and let me see here.
but also a classic wizard move, turning yourself into a lich.
Well, yeah. What else are you gonna do?
I don't know, acquire a rational amount of power and then be fine with it.
Why would you be a wizard?
Fair enough.
So, everybody who is proficient with Arcana, make an Arcana check really quick.
Yo,
I don't.
16.
16.
God damn it.
This is going to be a bit higher level.
20.
Can the Witchers make a Witcher check?
Yeah,
can
can I
make
make
a-
a wish?
You can make a Witcher check.
They
I am.
Oh, that sucks. You didn't have advantage. So, holy shit, Rob.
Robert! Rob Voight, Tier locking in. This is my special interest.
Here, you are the only person in this group who is aware of something that most people aren't. Liches have to pretty consistently feed their phylacteries souls.
okay.
And if they don't, they generally either waste away into just sort of a powerless shell of themselves, become a demi-lich, or eventually fade into nothingness.
How do we
Got
think
it.
that works in Barovia with a limited number of souls?
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Strahd probably didn't let him keep a phylactery.
He would have
No.
needed one. So the fact that the people are not with
There are
that
still
with that
people in
knowledge there,
Barovia.
and between kind of talking to Davian, people are disappearing. I mean, people disappear in Barovia all the time. So I guess he assumes it's possible, but let's see, how much do they need to do?
But also, Tier, good
Yeah.
catch.
Thank you.
So they have to. So Tyr, just so you're, it's because you made it, right? They actually, what they do is they don't, the souls don't technically go anywhere. They don't die. The souls are captured inside the phylactery and held there. And the older the lich, the more souls they need to power their phylactery.
Cut to Walker's face with her eyes just gently glowing with fucking radiant rage.
Walker.
So
Walker.
you would have people like those souls would be trapped there and not ending back in the cycle here in Barovia.
God, imagine getting double trapped. Like
Yeah.
first you're like
The
first
rule
you're
is they usually
first
use the
you're
imprisonment spell to
First
chain
you're
them to it.
first you're stuck in Barovia, and then some fucking wizard goes off the deep end and makes a phylactery out of you.
Okay, can someone calm Walker down because she's making me itch?
Why am
I
I
think it-
mad?
I think it's the very concept of people being used as fuel for an undead abomination.
Oh yeah, no, it totally sucks. It's just like
But also, I would also like to point out it's not just Walker making you itch. Looking over at fucking the Herald,
he's not fucking glowing right now.
is he? Herald, how do you, a revenant of the Raven Queen, feel about finding out about this lich?
I mean, if it's not Strahd, I don't particularly care.
But this is like your
Walker's eyebrows shoot through the fucking ceiling.
this is like your whole reason for existing, buddy.
I mean, the whole reason for existing is killing Strahd, I think. Also,
Yes, thank you.
You don't necessarily have to share your boss's sensibilities. Also, again, he's not glowing. Walker is. Ow.
Well,
Walker, could we
that
take
just,
like we take like 20% off the top, like put on some shades or something?
Literally.
Walker stands up and starts to pace it out.
What about you, Tyr? What do you want for all this?
Nothing. I want nothing.
You don't want to get paid?
Like we just asked, and you all said that not paying witchers is bad luck. So like, you want gold?
I'll take gold, sure.
Well, how much do you charge for your services? Bunch of dead druids and one magical gem returned.
How many druids?
Don't know.
We charge about we usually charge about 75 gold pieces a head.
Reach over and slap him in the dick.
Does his armor cover his dick?
Tell you what.
I can't reach his head. That's a bullshit offer.
Yeah, Karth knows exactly how much money these people have.
That's a bullshit. By about half, you quoted the last guy. Nothing. I'm holding my peace.
Yeah, unfortunately, their tier I can't afford 75 a head.
Okay, well, what can you afford?
Yeah, let me see here.
Yeah, how much you got?
What's in your pocket?
Person. I don't. You're not getting all I got.
Oh my fucking god!
Are you going
he'll
to
do it for
what are you
5
going
gold
to
pieces
do?
a head.
What are you going to do with the gem that we retrieve?
Plant it back in the ground.
Where have you
start
been?
going again.
Well, so the gem, and I open up my notebook. I see rare gems go for about 200 gold for retrieval.
And where are you going to sell that gem?
I'm not going to sell it anywhere. That's just the going rate for retrieving it.
How much is it?
200.
200.
What are you gonna fucking
200? 200. You said the word 200.
200.
Deal.
No, he said
He
deal.
said deal.
Well, that's just for the gem retrieval. Now,
He
No,
was
he
just
was
making sure he heard you right. You said 200.
Okay, yeah, actually, the
now for
reason
the. I'm wheeling and dealing right now.
badly.
Did he specify
sure are.
gold?
Now, that's for the gem. For the dead druids, I would charge you the low price of $50 or 50 gold a head. 50 US dollars.
Shut the fuck up. Parth physically jumps, climbs Tyr, and shoves a hand in his mouth. He'll take the druids for 5 gold pieces a head. Shut the fuck
See,
up.
now you've upset Karth by being bad at bartering.
I care quite a bit.
Well, I mean, I'm
Why?
just not going to
Actually,
pay
it's
you
like-
then. Like, it's not even. Y'all are acting like I'm a victim. I'm not stupid. Fine
I'm not
then. The
acting
two
like
of
you're
you
a victim. I
can
just think
don't
it's
have to go with
gross.
them, or if you do go with them, you're probably just going to kill the druids anyway.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
would
don't kill monsters out of
Fine.
extra
3 gold
awareness.
pieces a head.
No, they don't. I'm gonna say they clearly cannot afford Tyr's price.
2 gold pieces a head.
Why are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's saying he can't afford it. I'm trying to get paid.
Yeah,
Chase
but
that bag, motherfucker.
He already made the deal for the gem. We don't have to kill any druids, and the druids will be their problem now.
Well,
I
you
would
don't.
probably-
I want to preface. Tyr, you are the only one making a deal about not killing the druids. Everyone else made a deal to find the gem and kill the druids.
Oh,
My way,
in
that's
that
what
case,
you'd like to kill
I'll
druids.
see you guys in like I don't know a half a day.
You are literally gonna have
Okay.
to stop killing those druids. It sounds awesome.
Fine.
Yeah, you can sit here and babysit the empty barrels of poisoned wine if you want.
No, you know what? Actually, out of character. What's this guy's name again?
Devan.
Davian.
Davian.
Listen, Davian, I'm making an addendum to the deal. This is completely separate. Not only will we get the gem back for Tyr's 200 gold pieces, we will kill the druids, and I will personally shit in their beds for 1 gold per bed. Just to add insult to their injury.
That's a lot of poop.
For you.
It's a good
Yeah,
deal.
That's all right. I don't like. Okay,
I've
we
seen how
have.
much you can poop. That's a lot.
Is it?
I dislike them for running us off the hook. It ain't personal. I don't think about them very highly at all. Like it's not like it's not like I hate them and but I could give a shit about them if I'm honest. So
Right.
Grog
Thank
looks
you for
at
the
Karth
offer,
and is
though.
like, "Is that an offer that usually works well for you? Like, do people pay you to do that?"
Grog, you have to remember, I am a professional henchman. That works fucking amazing for about 75% of my clientele.
Ew.
You would not believe the kind of shit that your average orc war boss thinks is funny.
But all right.
Can I try to
Next
figure
up.
out how wealthy these people are? Like,
Tyr, I know exactly. I know how much money they
literally
have.
The box with all of their money in it. We know exactly how wealthy they are. We even went through the secret hidden compartment with their like rainy day stash.
Okay.
We were there
I
for
just
20 minutes.
For reference here, when you said 75 gold ahead, you would have hit the cap for what they could have paid you at 3 druids.
All right.
And there's going to be way more than 3 druids.
Yeah, given that there was like what 6 here, and this was
More than that, I nuked 9 of them.
oh.
What? There were 5 druids and a bunch of blights. The blights were not druids.
Well, as
Anyway,
far as
what
we
were you
know.
saying?
What was who saying? Oh,
Steven.
right. Yeah, you don't care about them that much, which is fair. I'm gonna. Yeah.
I would
That's,
just offer your poop services more often. Like if you want to shit on their beds, do it for the love of the game, you know?
Who else is left, or is it just me?
It's just you. Unless
Excellent.
Tyr could come up with a better offer.
I mean, 200 gold's pretty decent.
I've got a fairly simple ask of you, actually. In exchange for clearing out the druids and returning the stones to you, and doing any other miscellaneous items along the way that will put a particular thorn inside of a particular vampire lord. In exchange, I would like you to alter the recipe of your wines very, very slightly going forwards.
How so?
I will provide you with blessed water, and I will teach you the method for maintaining that supply in its proper consistency. And you will make sure that every single barrel of wine that leaves this place is laced heavily with holy water.
I'm gonna be honest with you, darling. I'm actually gonna have to decline. You know how holy water tastes like shit. You know that, right?
I'm presuming you can dilute it fairly heavily and still have it function. I'm assuming under the variety of wine flavors and herbs, it should blend fairly well. I don't believe you need to have a particularly high concentration in order to fuck up a vampire.
That's 49%.
Gonna check you on that. Hold a second. So, to let you know, Walker, you do not probably have the materials to make enough holy water to do that.
I don't need to. I can, when we pass back through Valaki, get it. Or alternatively, from our friend in Kresk, who can definitely fucking do it. And then they can, with proper training, infinite water glitch that bad boy. It will take time, but they're not going to grow. They're not going to grow a
I'm
new vineyard.
just pointing this out to you. D&D holy water doesn't actually work that way. An actual like magical holy person has to make it.
Well, never fucking mind. Then I don't want anything. There's nothing.
If you could, I'm just gonna point this out. If you could infinite glitch that, like from a game mechanic standpoint, this is where the game has to show itself a little bit. That is an infinite money glitch, as well as an infinite radiant damage glitch. Like that would be very overpowered. If just being able to pour it into normal water and suddenly it's all holy. That would sort of defeat the purpose of, at that point, there shouldn't be any kind of cost to making it in the first place, because it doesn't really matter. If you could then infinite glitch it.
Okay.
It just, from a mechanic standpoint, that just doesn't
No,
work.
that's fair. That's fair. In which case,
Now, if you could make holy water and have it mixed in with like, you could do that just like anything else, but like
no,
you
I
would have to
can't.
be making the
I
usage
cannot.
of
I do not have I do not have access to enough money for that to make a significant difference. It costs.
How much money do you need?
It costs 25 GP of powdered silver per ritual. Each ritual only creates. Hold on. It doesn't fucking say.
the singular
It doesn't
flask.
say.
It's about it creates a singular flask.
Yeah, so the amount of money, the amount of resources required to do this, if it's going to require a significant amount per barrel of wine, makes it completely unfeasible. Scrap it. Move on. Let's not get bogged down here.
Okay, still waiting for what you want out of this.
Nothing. She has nothing. We've already established that my understanding from the conversation with Freya is we've already established that they will provide aid when the time is right to do.
I mean, Freya made that assumption, yes. That was not confirmed or denied.
I presume when I let me just clear that up then. I presume, sir, that when we go and try and murder Strahd for good, ideally you will be willing to take arms against that for us or go with us
You
on
would
that.
have to do a little bit more than just get a single gem back for us to openly back you.
I mean that's fair and reasonable, I
Because if you
suppose.
fail, people here still need to be helped. And if we're caught openly helping you, well, that puts an active target on our back.
Okay, bet. Here's my request then. I'm gonna need your printing press rededicated. Let's call it 2 days a month.
To what?
Rebellion, communications, and propaganda.
Oh, darling, we are. You know we're spies, right? We would never do something like that.
I have absolutely
I'm not entirely sure
Take
who.
my shit for free.
I'm asking you who you think you're propagandizing.
I am presuming that part of the reason this entire realm is not rising up altogether is because the groundwork is not sufficiently present to do so.
Because the whole realm is not rising up together, because about 90% of the realm are just normal folk.
Exactly.
Whereas 100% of the other side are witches, druids, werewolves, vampires, and other unspeakable horrors.
Sure. But also, everyone we're talking about has the home ground advantage. We
As
are
do the
essentially
monsters and the werewolves and the witches. They've been here just as long as anybody else. They're not randomly new here. And that's
I
not even
wasn't
counting the Vishanti.
there is a massive number difference between the number of monsters and how they move versus the entire town on their home ground of the town itself. However, that is fair. These are your places. This is your spycraft. I respect it. I got nothing. Pay law be praised. Have a good day, friend. Let's go. Let's fucking nap.
Well, I don't rightly think I necessarily want your help there, miss. Because he stands up. He goes, "You seem to be under some very false impressions about how the world fucking works."
Oh my god.
I'm just trying to do my best here, friend.
Well,
And right now, the best
your
is
best sounds a hell of a lot like it's just going to get people killed.
Okay. Well, we're probably still gonna go kill the druids anyway. So
We're definitely going to go kill the druids anyway. And I'll also still check your wine to see if it's poisoned. And I'll also still check your well because I'm not 100% tied on your good impression of me. My intention is to walk out of this realm when this realm is free and not a moment before. It would be nice
Well,
to have that support. If not, we'll do it anyway.
intentions mean very little.
Actually, Walker's intentions mean quite a bit.
That's fine if they mean that to you. Well, all right then.
We're all going.
well, also
That's
'cause
fine.
this literally
But
while
I
we're
think
here.
once that happens, then our business will likely be concluded.
Okay. Have fun. Good night.
Yeah. He walks in, they call in, and the bird leaves your shoulder. Harold.
Hmm.
Walker's going to wait for most of the party to leave in their various ways. Just watching this man, and then it's going to go, and what is the benefit of deciding that my manner displeases you so much you're willing to throw out
He
6
left.
other
He walked
people?
away.
Alright, fair enough then. Fuck it.
You said you walked off. He also walked off.
Grog is gonna go up to Tyr as we're on our way out and just be like, by the way, you did notice that you asked him for 200, right? And did not specify 200 gold. You are definitely getting like 200 copper, my man.
He didn't have any copper.
Or, I don't know, 200 rocks, but like you did not specify gold. I think that's why he got so excited.
That's okay.
Fair enough. Grog pats him on the thigh.
Fucking hell lawyers, man. That's fucking shady. I love it.
Walker.
Hmm.
No, sorry. Harold, do your bit first.
I was just going to say, if he's some sort of fey creature, wording is very important with them.
Oh, I assumed that. Oh, shit. No, we can't tell you. Damn it! I don't think that's the answer to the riddle, but that is. We're not meant to help you. If you want to get
You're not supposed to tell me, and I don't know if he will
I'm just
know.
yeah.
If
I'm gonna
you've
say
told him.
that the bird is no longer with you. It left with him.
We haven't seen the bird a lot of the times when we've clearly been spied on. I think we assume that they can see and hear us at
No,
all
this
times.
specifically was sent to sit
Yeah,
on.
no, this
This
is
was
also
very
not
clearly
Grog.
sent to sit on his shoulder and has
is
now
also just-
left after that
this is-
altercation.
This is also just Grog being very specific about the fact that a deal was made. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, they seem to be some sort of spy organization. A spy organization isn't going to tell you when they don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Grog pats him on the shoulder, unless I'm wrong, in which case you might not figure it out. Who knows?
I keep telling you, people, I grew up on a farm.
I'm saying I don't think it's that complicated, but I may also be incorrect. He seemed to assume it was something you would be able to guess there in that moment without help. I don't necessarily think it's a like very complicated answer.
Probably not, but I still want to have some time to think about it and be sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go and think about it now.
Okay.
No clues.
Yeah, why are you yelling at me?
So where are you
I don't
going,
know,
Harold?
Harold is just gonna take watch, I guess, since he doesn't really sleep.
Okay. What are you doing on watch? Just to be clear.
Not much, just thinking.
Okay.
Looking out into the darkness and thinking.
Specifically, presumably, about what the answer to the question might be.
About the riddle, yeah.
Well, question. He specified it's not a riddle.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Bed.
Walker.
Yes.
That guy was kind of a dick to you.
People often are.
When all this is done, do you want an accident to happen?
Walker looks at him blankly for a second and then does slowly smile. If accidents were going to occur to everyone that did not vibe with me, in about 3 months, Barovia would be empty. But you are very sweet and I appreciate it.
You hear it from the back. Besides, that's usually my job. And Opto just sort of plops down next to you. You both.
That is, we don't talk about that in general, but yes, that is 100%. Definitely not something that's happened before.
I just figured, as far as not vibing with you goes, I feel like that might have been a little worse than it usually is. So I did just recently find this jar full of poison that's worth more money than the entire GDP of a small country, and it's burning a hole in my pocket.
I appreciate you. Do not waste it on the spy master. He's either going to do what he was going to do anyway, or he'll decide to not act against Strahd out of exclusively petty spite, and I'm choosing to believe that he is, if nothing else, a consummate professional.
Opto gets up and goes, I think I'm gonna go for a walk.
No accidents.
No accidents. Garth, care to join me?
Sure.
He strides off.
Wait, hold up. Fuck, your legs are really long. Wait.
Anybody else want to do anything? Now, Freya, you said you were going to bed, but you are also undead, so that's not very long. Do you have anything else you'd like to do for the evening, aside from sleep? Oh, yeah. But that's 4 hours, so you technically have 8 hours there. Okay. Tier? Anything?
Nah, I'm just gonna meditate because I'm on 2 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in 4 hours, but
Okay. Um. Okay. Karth.
Yeah.
This is one of those times I'm gonna pull you into whispers.
Ooh.
One of those times. This happens more often with me than any other
I
character.
mean, well, you
don't
also
think it's
sneak
happened.
off more often. This one is genuinely. There's a genuine reason for this one that's not caused by you. This is the first time it's not been you induced.
Damn. Okay, sure.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're in the other bit.
Presumably still the same.
I'm looking at my spell list for what I'm gonna prep. I think with looking at the phrasing for detect poison, if we get like a sample of everything to within a 30-foot radius, I think I can do just everything at one go, so we don't need to burn multiple spell slots on that bad boy.
Yeah, and
If
they're
it
fucking
is
big tankards, so we can literally just.
Yeah.
If it is poisoned, I also have purify food and drink.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
It only
Is there
works on like a
amount
5-foot
limit?
square.
Mm-hmm.
It is a spell. It's not a cantrip, is it?
First level spell slot, but I've got 4 of them, so at the very
That's
least
still
I could
only
purify
20 feet.
10
Depending on the
square
size
feet
of it.
worth. Yeah, I could do like, enough crates to sort of get them back in business, but yeah, it would like burn a lot of my spell
Yeah, I mean,
slots.
this is. You could potentially between the. Do I have that? Oh, I have that too. So that's 8 spell slots. If we
nice.
were just going to hang out, that is 8 at level 1 plus at least what? 5, another 6 for me. If we are doing nothing else that day and I'm just burning all of my spell slots, including upcasting.
I mean,
Unfortunately, they
would-
hate us, so like I'm less inclined to just
Yeah, I was
sit
gonna
and
say.
burn literally all of my spell slots to do this for them. However, technically, we absolutely could. Between the
I
two of
also-
us, just hammer through.
I don't think that would work at all because they're giant vats full of presumably poisoned wine, and if you can only purify it 5 feet at a time, that
5
means you just
cubes,
create.
though.
We'd
Sure,
have to bottle
it
it
means
first.
that
That
you
would probably
have
be quite
to-
dangerous.
You would just then create 5 cubic feet of purified wine inside a bunch of poisoned wine, which would then dilute the poison. But given that you're
Yeah, so we need to
casting the
decant it.
spell, yeah, you'd need to decant. It's a lot of effort for a character that has suddenly decided they have a huge problem with us.
No, technically with me, but yeah.
I think it was Walker being. I think it's the Walker being like, the common people will help us. He's like, you're gonna get the common people killed, which sure, but like, whatever.
The very
It's a really
spy master thing to
difficult.
say.
It's a real difficult conversation to have because you can't within Barovia be like, yo, Vietnam's a thing. We can 100% fuck shit up with exclusively homegrown like countermeasures because Vietnam doesn't exist.
Also, oh, you're gonna get the common people killed. The common people respawn. Get a grip.
I mean, this is the thing, the plan isn't to get them killed, right? The plan is not to get them killed. But, like, it is a little bit like, yeah, the worst he can do is set us back to 0 because they're stuck in this demi-hell fucking plane anyway. Like, they're stuck in the loop. It's not like they get thrown somewhere worse than this. It's just this.
The fact that the NPC was like, "What do you want?" Walker was like, "This." The NPC was like, "That's a fucking stupid idea. What do you want?" Walker was like, "Nothing." And the NPC was like, "That's a stupid idea. What do you want?" Walker was like, "This." The NPC was like, "How dare you?" And it's like, it was like my third fucking idea. What did you clearly had something you wanted to give me? And I just didn't give you the right answer, you fucking inscrutable piece of shit. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, Walker's also just not built, either mechanically or as like a character for dealing with anyone who is remotely spy mastery. She is a hammer and a hammer almost exclusively.
Yeah, this guy being like, "I don't want your help." Like, that's cool. We're gonna go kill the druids anyway, and you can try and stop us, but that feels like a stupid fucking idea.
Yeah, no, this is 100%. He's like, well, I won't fucking help you after, and she's like, yeah, you were either gonna do it or you weren't. Get fucked, I guess. Like, I didn't have your help before I walked in here. I'm not gonna get butthurt about not having it now.
The
Like,
witch
we
is
came here
asking
because
him
we
for like 50 gold per thing. Also, as much as Grog is being like, ew, like, he deserved that because he kept being like, "What do you guys want?" And they were like, "Nothing, it's fine." He was like, "What do you want?" They were like, "Fucking 50 gold, 50 gold."
I mean, technically, if he agreed to it, then he still has to hold to that deal. Just because he's decided that I'm a piece of shit does not negate all of the deals he made with everybody else.
At the
Yeah,
very
no,
least, we do
Walker's just
have.
gonna hang not in the fucking. She'll just fucking hang at not the vineyard when everyone comes back, and I think that will probably smooth all kinds of feathers.
Yeah, at the very least, we did get one thing out of him that he can't fucking take away or renege on, which is we know that Karth's fucking traitorous pet wizard or whatever is hanging out with Strahd, so we know that the BBG is probably Himera.
Or at least in part, in part Himrath powered. So I'm thinking, like, otherwise, I think I prep Dispel Magic because I never fucking use it in combat, except we're about to walk into somewhere I would almost guarantee has magic out the fucking asshole.
Worth a try.
It's only a one action. It's a level 3 right enough, but it's only one action to cast. And any spell of third level or lower ends. I'm not sure, but I'm just assuming that we're going to walk in and there's going to be some kind of magical trap happening because we are going into an area where it would make sense for it to be cursed as shit. Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. So
I
I'm
mean,
going to
it's a
run.
barrow. Like, tomb implies that there's a lot of it's a fucking hole in the ground, probably with some rocks. There'll be a guy on an altar, maybe, but like, I mean, yeah, it's not, but like, it's not like Tomb Raider levels. There's not gonna be fucking swinging axes and pits of spikes. Like, it's a pit we dug in the ground. Oh fuck, are they different in Skyrim? That's annoying. T has played Skyrim, so I would trust your judgment at that point.
The other thing I just want to flag that I have, which is not good, is good in an ambush situation, but not necessarily good in a straight up combat, is I do have Magic Circle, which we can use to either trap in or trap out celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or the undead.
So good if you want to put Grog on timeout.
It does take the difficulty is it does take 1 minute to cast, but it does last for an hour. But
Well, it means like you can you set it as a trap in like a particular part of.
so the
Like
thing
if we
is, you
head in.
can't. The difficulty is you can't. I think once it's cast, it's just cast. So it's much more effective as, for example, we're all going to stand inside this thing, and we're going to kill everything outside this thing. And as long as those things are, for example, the undead, because I have to choose one type at a time, they can't get at us while we do that.
So are you saying it wouldn't function where if you had a corridor, you put it in the middle of it, and an undead was walking down the corridor, it would be able to walk into the circle and then get stuck?
No, what I'm saying is that it could walk into it and it would act essentially like a wall. But I don't believe it doesn't look like you can trigger it in that kind of delayed way, unfortunately. There is now, I want to say that there is.
It's less about
You
it being
could
triggered
combine
by a
it.
delay and more about whether
There's-
or not it's designed to trap things inside or as a shield. Because I feel like if it's designed to trap things inside, the way the spell would function would be things would enter the circle and be unable to keep things out as a kind of shield. Then yeah, it would work the way you said when we all just stand inside it.
Well, this is the thing.
And also standing inside it parts can get quite difficult.
So here's the thing. It is a 10-foot by 20-foot cylinder of magical energy. So as long as we have it like uppy downy ways, and the 20 feet is the tall side, then yes, absolutely. However, let me just throw out there, what if it's a Pringles can on its side
Yeah.
and we let everyone walk in the 20 feet? They bump onto the end and like, oh no, and then we're like, surprise, motherfucker, we're behind you, and then we just set fire to the inside of the Pringles can. Look, hold on, let me. I'm gonna drop it in the. I'm gonna drop it in the doodad. Hold on.
Or
So it
Pringles can
says.
on its side the other way. Like if you
It
rotate it 90
says.
degrees, it's just a wall.
It says. 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall. Well, okay, so it does say 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall, but I would argue those dimensions should go in any orientation because it makes no sense for it to be orientation locked that way.
You might. It might. Glowing runes appear wherever the cylinder intersects with the floor or
other
surface,
surface.
so it can go through walls. So I guess it would be whether or not you would be allowed. I guess even if you cast it on the.
Why wouldn't I be able to cast it on, for example, a wall? Right?
No, yeah, but in order for so if we've got a hallway, and you're saying you're upending the Pringles can with the like bottom of it facing us and the tube facing down the hallway, would the magic circle not need to be cast on something in front of like, or can it just float in midair?
I presume it can't float in midair because it's making the. Yeah, but which centered on which side, friend? There's an implication on the tall way up,
Okay,
but I
so
would
yeah, no,
argue
with
it's
on the
just an
ground it could be a
implication.
wall.
I
But you
could
could
I
still-
I would
to be
argue that
fair,
you could center the long side.
well, I'm not worried about that so much because also it's a barrow. If it's a 10-foot
Oh yeah, yeah. No, this is not
it's gonna
necessarily for here because we
no
would
no
need
no
to be able
no
to
no no
come
no
in
no
and
no no I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a barrow. It's a 10-foot radius circle, so a 20-foot diameter circle. That could
yeah.
probably just even if you cast it on the floor, that would still block the like how wide are the fucking hallways in a barrow gonna be?
Oh yeah, no, this
Probably
is
not more than 20 feet. So you could still use it for the intended purpose of just making a wall. And then a bunch of things run up to the wall and go, blah, and can't get through. And then you go, Molotov cocktail. And they all go, ah.
well, yeah. This is entirely it. We can 100% do that. But again, because it takes 1 minute to cast,
We'd have to plan.
it's tricky.
What?
It's much more likely to be something that we use in a ambush situation.
Well, we could.
But then you have
if we're
that fucking
entering the
timer.
barrel, we could always. How long does it last? Is it? Oh, it's
An
an hour.
hour, and if
So we
I
could-
upcast it for every level I upcast it, it lasts an additional hour.
So we could, as we're heading in, cast it on the entrance. So then that gives us a place to retreat to where they won't be able to follow us. If we wanted to do that. Like we're essentially now making it so the entrance we go in through is something that only we can exit through, so long as we're dealing
Oh,
with the
this
undead.
is so annoying. So there is. I was remembering something. There are spell glyphs, but I don't think I get access to them. But you can do a store pez spell of 3rd level or lower in a glyph by casting it as part of creating the glyph. Must target a single creature or area, blah, blah, blah. At which point I could 100% prep this. But it seems to come off the back of Glyph of Warding, which I don't. Oh, no, it isn't the cleric's. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, what?
Can you witch hat atelier this shit and just have a notebook full of pre-prepared spells? That doesn't sound right.
The casting time for Glyph is what? Hold on, here.
What the fuck are Karth and Bing Bong getting up to anyway?
Probably nothing good. They're definitely killing that guy.
After you asked them so nicely not to. Glyph of Warding. When you cast this spell, you describe a glyph that harms other creatures either upon a surface or within an object that can be closed, such as a book, scroll, or treasure chest, to conceal the glyph. If
Scroll
you
down
choose a
to
surface,
spell glyph, which is the last section it has before at higher levels.
you can store a prepared spell of 3rd level or lower in the glyph by casting it as part of creating the glyph. Huh. So you could, in theory,
I
just
absolutely
have
can.
a notebook full of 3rd level or lower
So
spells.
here's the thing,
ready
this
to
is where it
go.
gets fucking expensive because the components for this are incense and pounders diamond with at least 200 GP, which spell consumes. So we cannot do this on repeat. However,
That's fucked up.
if
Especially
we are
since it
thinking
only
about
lasts until it's triggered and then it fades.
yeah, you get one use out of it, but it does essentially give you a free trigger. So I can essentially set up a spell that is triggered and then act within the same round, as long as the spell is 3rd level, which I believe the one we're talking about is.
That is definitely neat to hold on to for a later challenge.
Yeah, no, this is actually, if we can do both of these things, this is big time useful. Because at that point we can 100% use it as just a straight up trap.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Well,
all right. Does anyone have anything they would like to do as you all go to sleep?
Nope.
Okay.
Let me know when I can safely hit the long rest button. I don't want to reset things until I know.
Oh, you can go ahead and long rest. Just we'll, if no one has anything else they want to do before we sleep, then we will end
44
it
whole
here.
hit that.
Yeah. Depending on what site you're using for your character sheet, there's a button.
Oh,
There's one on Roll20, which is where I'm using it.
to be fair, I don't have spells to cast, so
Yeah, in the morning your point of exhaustion will clear. You say that like you don't believe it.
maybe she doesn't.
What's the other shoe? Karth went and had a conversation with Opto. Now they've come back.
Happy Pride. Good for them.
Yeah. We're gonna steal a kingdom together.
Aww, he lied to you to make you feel better. That's nice.
Alrighty. But yeah, if nobody has anything else, we'll pick up at the beginning of the day, see where you guys want to go, where you all want to end up.
Oh, I do have an announcement to make.
Hmm.
This is a deadline for all of you to figure out your weird character nonsense.
We're doing
For
it.
Eberron,
Oh, we're so done. Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah,
We're fine.
well,
No,
we need to all talk, which is
we're doing
what's
that
happening.
tomorrow. We're
tomorrow.
literally
Yeah.
having that conversation tomorrow. Yes, I added everyone at fucking 8 p.m. UK time, so 3 p.m. your time. I added you. I asked, are we all still good for Wednesday? Not my fault. You did not check.
It sure as shit better not be 3 a.m. That'd be horrendous.
8 p.m. So minus 5 hours is 3.
You know, we're ahead of you. You are speaking into the future.
It's currently nearly 1 in the morning.
Yes.
Well,
We will
regardless,
discuss things, and then Harley, I will call you, and we will go over it all.
Is everyone good for Wednesday at 3? Since I have you all here and I can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, I should be okay to check in for a little bit.
It's 8 p.m. for us, guys.
Yeah, we should be fine then.
Do
And if Rob said you were free, yeah?
Yeah, you had the day off.
Yeah, should be good.
Cool.
Hmm.
awesome.
Do you have something on? Are you good? Are you good? You were like, and then trailed off. Harley, can you wake up at 3 p.m. tomorrow?
I can try.
Trying is all that matters. Neat. That's all I needed from anyone. Who
Yeah.
wants
You
the
know, Martin.
fucking Buffy story that I mentioned at the start of the session?
Sure.
This is a post from one of my mutuals. Years ago, I had a mutual who, seemingly overnight, became obsessed with pairing 2 characters together from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Their blog was completely overtaken by fan art, photo edits, fan fiction, and headcanons, all of their own making. They'd get super emotional of their own theories. They'd get in debates with strangers and make it personal. I had only watched 1 episode of Buffy, so I had no context and just kind of assumed there had to be some rationale behind their fixation, like chemistry between the actors, gay subtext, whatever. I mean, this posting went on for months until I snapped and unfollowed them. Almost a decade later, and do you know how jarring it was to mention this to a friend who informed me that not only do the characters in question barely speak, but they only really have 1 notable interaction, which involves one of them beating the other with a flaming baseball bat.
Hold on.
What
Which
fucking
character?
character is this?
Yeah, which
This person
character?
said the sun rose and set by this duo's palpable chemistry, and you're telling me that one of them is a dude whose personality is rectangle, someone brought to life? What do you mean the British librarian didn't spend every other scene inches away from fingering the guy who looks like every other white brunette man on a police procedural?
Oh my god,
At
it's
which
fucking
point-
Giles and Wesley.
No, it's not.
One
It's
soon
not Giles
together.
and Wesley. It's Giles and Angel.
Ew.
I did then have to inform her that not only does he look like every white man on a police procedural, that he did spend years on a police procedural.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's my fun
actually,
Buffy story.
this
Someone
is
went insane shipping
this is
Giles
this
and
is
Angel.
this is actually worse. This is actually worse because not only do they not interact much and do they not have any chemistry together on screen, Angel brutally murdered Giles's fiance and left her body for Giles to find.
Technically, Angelus did that if we're going to be really fucking up on ass about it.
I don't fucking care about the fact that he changes his name when he gets his
let's be clear.
soul back.
Giles did not care. about the difference either.
Yeah,
He made
because
that
he
very
then
clear.
proceeded to beat the fucking tar out of the Angel the next time he saw him.
Was that the flaming baseball bat?
Yes,
thing? I
that
don't
was the
remember
flaming
that.
baseball. No, they interacted more than that. But it was
They-
always either about Buffy being in. It was either they were both trying to get Buffy out of trouble, or there was a threat that they were both in the library looking up for. Like they didn't interact often.
Yeah, they were on screen sometimes. They talked to each other a grand total of like 8 times in 7 seasons.
Like, if it was Giles and Spike, I'd at least like they'd have conversations.
Giles and Spike is genuinely a respectable ship. I'd read that shit, but Angel has at best passing condescension for every other non-Buffy character in the show. Like, he only ever is nice to people when they're Buffy's friends. It isn't Spike's
He's
not even nice to
that
Buffy's
to Buffy's
friends. But the point is that
There's
Spike
no dynamic with Angel. It's Spike's dynamic with people is I hate you or I don't get on with you. Angel's dynamic is
I don't think
David
about
Boreanaz cannot act.
I don't like Angel doesn't start to develop like a personality until like 2 seasons into his own spin-off show.
Which is impressive because it's named after him.
Yeah.
For 3 years and then his own show for 2 years. And then he has a personality for seasons 3 and 4, and then it all goes away in season 5.
No, that's actually pretty correct.
Because in season 5, he spends half of season 5 like doing weird fucking like 4D chess with the powers that be. And he doesn't tell any of his friends about it, so they spend the first half of season 4 being like, did Angel get switched with a demon or something? He's kind of a dick again.
Well, I'm glad I could cause it.
For some fucking nonsense that's not important because it's pre the second half of the season, and so it's not actually related to the storyline of the season.
Did Joss Whedon write Angel as well?
Yes.
No. It was mostly David Green something.
Was it?
I was going to say, if Joss waits a show too long, it tends to get away from him. Just look at Dollhouse.
True. I'm gonna bounce because I have.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
fucking
me
look
too.
at Buffy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Catch you later.